Good morning. Today is Wednesday, the 4th of December, 2024, and the time now is 10:32 a.m. in the morning. My name is the Bull of Lewisham, and I'm a prize fighter. My ex-girlfriend, my son's mother, said to me, probably about in 2006, 2007, she said, and the way people from Barbados talk, then she mimic the way that they speak. And I stood there in her kitchen, which she lived in Kilburn. And I was thinking, like, why is she saying that about them? I was thinking that, like, why is she criticizing the way they talk? The people from Barbados. Why is she saying that? Like, she's Jamaican. She's her family, her mother Jamaican. Like, my father's Jamaican, but she's criticizing the way she said, nah, the way Barbados people talk, and that she was mimicking. She was like, trying to talk like how they speak. And I didn't find it amusing or anything. I just thought, why is she taking the piss out of them? That's what I was thinking now. Only God knows. Only Jehovah knows why she was doing that. Why she chatting shit like that about them. Yeah. Because I think there's this famous female singer. There's this famous female singer, R&B singer. She's famous. I hear that she's from Barbados. That's what I hear. Yeah. So it could have been something to do with that. This famous female singer could have been because she's from Barbados. So she's making that. She's making a criticism or a positive criticism of this woman to say something. To say something. I don't know what it is. You see. It's that when you look back over life, though, you know that people you make a lot of mistakes, things you should never have fucking done. You know that was there because they say people say, "Oh, when so and so was young," and I say, "Well, what do you mean by that? When so and so was young?" Because life is going forward, isn't it? So you had 2013, 2014, 2015. We're not going backwards, are we? So we're not going back into the young, are we? Well, we're going forward, like older, isn't it? We're going to, the world is aging, isn't it? Not the world is aging, but I don't think down. So like 2025, then 2026. Then, do you understand? So it's not going backwards, is it? It's not going 2027. It's not going 2024, 2023, 2022, is it? It's not winding down, is it? It's going forward. It's going up, isn't it? It's not a wind down. It's an increase, isn't it? It's not a decrease. It's an increase. True or not true? It's not decreasing. It's increasing. 2024, the next year, which is next month, 2025. Then after that year, 2026, increasing. It's not decreasing. So when you say, oh, when so and so was young, you're going backwards into like 1960, 1968, 1969, 1967. That's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. That's like we call it history, but it's hard to explain to people that don't have the intelligence. It's hard to explain. But let me skip that because maybe they don't understand. So maybe let me say this though, because we say, well, not that we say, but maybe not in the West, not in Brexit, but in Africa, not in Africa, in sorry to say where we say this. In various parts of the world, we say that the older a man or a woman is, the wiser they are. We have that belief, or we used to. I don't know if we still have that anymore, but we used to think that the older a man is, so if the man was in his late 70s or early 80s, we would think he have a wisdom. It's not a wisdom. His words are wise. You could follow his advice more or less. Wisdom. I don't know in the Brexit in UK how they go, how they flow here in our Brexit. I don't know how they do it here. Maybe that's irrelevant. They don't go by that. They go by your qualifications. Like if you've got a degree or master's or PhD, that's what they probably go by. Are you educated? Anyway, so so she's saying, oh, the way that they talk like la 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 la, like the people from Barbados, you know. She's criticizing them, but for me, all my life, even though like my mother's St. Lucian and my father's Jamaican, I've had no need to criticize people from Barbados. I haven't. I think I've met people from Barbados, but I think they've always said to me, "Oh, I'm a Jamaican." I think they play that game. It's a little joke that they played. I've met so many, but they say, "Oh, we're from Jamaica, we're Jamaicans, because it's just a flex. Like God knows that it's a crack in the joint. They said, because everybody wants to be Jamaican. Not everybody wants to be Jamaican, but they said they know, yeah, because Jamaican culture is very dominant amongst Afro-Caribbean peoples. Jamaican culture is very dominant, especially with the music and bringing that rice and peas and jerk chicken and all that kind of those people. It's Jamaican. It might not be Jamaican, but people think it's Jamaican. Like rice and peas and jerk. You don't know if rice and peas and jerk chicken is Jamaican, but they assume that. It could be from like Trinidad and Tobago, but they say, yeah, it's Jamaican, but you don't know. Anyway, so she's saying, people from Barbados, but I think it's to do with this famous celebrity, yeah. That's why I just flow. I just take life as it comes, because I see people. There's all kind of shit out there with people. You can't say generalize things, because they say, this and that and Italians and Mexicans, but that's just generalize. I don't generalize, because as I see it, it's like, man, people are individuals. I mean, if you group people together and say they're all the same, that's wrong. You can't just group and say all Spaniards are like potatoes. Because you need to go over there and do a personal survey and ask every single one of them, do you like potatoes? And how some might like boiled potatoes. They might say, yeah, we like potatoes. But then you have to ask them, do you like roast potatoes? What kind of potatoes do you like? Roast potatoes? Do you like boiled potatoes? And there's different types of potatoes. Do you know the different types? You got white potatoes. You got different types of potatoes, you know? Not just one potato. Do you know that you got not just one potato? There's different types of potatoes. Yeah, about 4 or 5, if not more, different variations of potatoes out there. You got to know what kind of potato you like. Cause some of them might like one potato, and the rest of them might like the other one. Anyway, so she's saying that the way they talk, but for me it's no biggie, because they can talk how the fuck they want. You understand? Who's to say Jamaica the way she can talk is the perfect? I don't think it's the perfect way. Oh, I'll go on and this and that and yeah, and cook and curry and I'll go on and go down the road. Is that the best way? I don't think that's just a way. Who says it's the best way? Did God say that? When did God speak? Because they say God this, God that. I don't think God's talking. I think they talk for God. They say what God would say. That's what I think it is. Not what God said, you know. They're saying what God would say, how God would say it. But God never said that. He never said that. No, they're speaking for God, saying, no, because I'm holy in Christ and I'm Emmanuel. They're saying what God would say. They think they know God's mind. They're saying what God would, but you don't know. Do you want to shut your mouth? Thanks a lot.